And we are live. It is August 24th, 2023, doing review of the futures. Starting off with the yearly on ES. Overnight, we are in this prior value area. PVA came up, touched the PVA high, and then rejected below. So that's kind of a bit of a bearish area. I was also looking at the developing value area, and so I don't think we've fully accepted inside, so that's still kind of technically in bounce up, but it's just something to keep an eye on. Moving on to the quarterly. So the quarterly did have this area mapped out for potential longs, but price just absolutely blew through it, and we're seeing how it reacts down to this PVA. But this looked like it was coming back for a pullback down, which it did, but it went a little bit further inside than I thought it would. On the monthly, this PVA low, really strong rejection, um, and looked at 44.20s for a potential buy, but price just flew through there, and then potential support became resistance. And on the weekly, um, price was super overextended, way past the second deviation, so should have anticipated a reversion to the mean here. We do get this little bounce off the 1.5 standard deviation before returning back down. Um, there's not much to indicate this based on the profile. It's kind of hard to gauge. Price does test here and then run back up. So I guess this edge here, if you want to look at this as one curve, this edge right here, I probably could have kept an eye on. And then down here as well, the edge of this curve. But price fully traversed the other side, and now it's coming here to test, but looks like it's imbalanced down, which is bearish. TPO, little funky looking TPO, that's for sure. This is the composite. Got a big rundown, so spike down. And let's look at the prior day. Yeah, we had this big volume node, but couldn't really do much with that. Yeah. All right, let's just take a quick gander at the footprint. All right. So I don't usually execute on this chart, but the 3 minute does show us basically what happened today. So we open and price sells down into this zone, and it comes back up, and we reject off of VWAP, which should have been our first indication that we want to look for shorts. Then price traverse this value area, get a little pullback, could have took a short there, could have took a short here, and price chops, kind of bases, turns around, but we get this nice pullback. We have a DVA return pullback, plus we have the imbalance down of the DVA. So that plus that equals a good trade. So 44.23 could have taken that to 40. Could have been took a 20-point trade right there. I was not patient enough. This was what I was focused on, and tried to take the long here, held it, and got stopped out. Unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes. RTH, price comes down. I thought we were rejecting off of this value area, so that's why I took the long, got stopped out, tried another long, got stopped out. But price comes here. This would have been a short right here. Continues. And we do get a little divergence. This is kind of like level, but this is lower. So buyers did try to push this higher, but we do reject off of this yesterday's value. So that should have been an opportunity to take. After that, we do go through some chop. And then we come inside. We almost touch the other side of this. Get a nice little pullback here. And then price continues. So looking at NQ. Similar story on the yearly as well as the quarterly, monthly, same kind of thing. And then the weekly, which, what a freaking day. Up and down. I guess the one interesting thing here is price did close, but then it did test kind of this edge of this little profile. So that was something I could have been paying attention to. Then price comes down. We reject this low volume node. Price comes up to test this low volume node. Look at that. This low volume node. And it rejects and continues down. So price runs down. We get a little pullback. This would have been a good short. Price continues. Maybe you take this short here. It's kind of an aggressive entry. Price continues, and then we get this right here, which it is a little bit higher. So it's not the most ideal, but we do have this CVA plus DVA. Yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, did not trade the best today, but the opportunities were there, and one of these days they're going to hit. So we come inside to this value area, pull back, maybe take a short there. We get these little pullbacks. But then this is kind of like the main one you'd want to take. And then don't usually look at CL, but why not? Why not take a look see? So on the yearly, looks like we are trying to accept inside here. So I don't know if we're going to get a pullback long here or if price is going to traverse the developing value area. Did have that nice zone up there, and price has been reacting over our little zone here at about 77.33. So on the ETH, price drives down, pulls back. That would have been a nice little short from 22s. Could have took it to 60. Probably would have took for at least 20 points. But then price comes back in and just chops the rest of the day. Not a lot of opportunities there. It's pretty tough. Um, Maybe you take this little long here, then price comes out. We have a lower high, lower low. Um, but yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Um, so what I think is going to happen, or what can happen, is maybe 44.19 gets defended. We're still watching that 44.80. Longs from here makes sense. Shorts from 44.39 makes sense. Shorts from 44.17 to 44.20, kind of matching up with the yearly. And the weekly is kind of a mess, but look for maybe price to accept back inside here and take longs off of this or this. Anyway, thank you for tuning in.